All right, guys. Thank you for joining tonight. Still got people coming in, and we're gonna have we have Dr. Sellers with us tonight. We're gonna be having her on here in just 1 second here, and let me get the recording part of this going here so we can put this on the YouTube channel Banoon X39. We're going to be getting into two things. We're going to have Dr. Sellers here with us speaking. And then we're going to also, we're going into how to create your social media type of platform where those of you that are wanting to really do this as a business, I'm going to really get in there and show you how to make this really work for you guys. So without any more further ado, let me get Dr. Sellers up here, come in here with us here, and then we'll jump in there too. Let's see here. Dr. Sellers, so nice to have you on. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is certainly a privilege to be able to get your input this evening. So I'm going to let my wife talk to you because she understands this aspect much better than I do. And I'm just going to manage making sure that people get in. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Well, welcome, Dr. Sellers. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. It's such a blessing to be with you. Thank you for inviting me. Can you hear me okay?
Oh,
Yes.
excellent, excellent. You sound wonderful. That's great.
Yes.
Okay.
We are very excited that you joined Lifewave, and you are a functional medicine doctor, functional medicine practitioner, which is so special to me. I'm studying to become a coach. It's a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. We are learning about running blood tests on people and finding a root cause of illness, interpreting those blood tests and all of that. So I'm in the middle of this, and here you go. You come into Lifewave and you write us that you're a functional medicine doctor. And so
she has more than just that.
Oh, you are more than that. So, just to kind of introduce you, I will give word to you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I started in chiropractic back in the early 90s and ended up becoming a chiropractor, and then went on further in about 2009, started going more into the functional medicine. And then in 2015, I became certified as a functional medicine practitioner. And in 2017, I left my associateship where I was working at a functional medicine, chiropractic, physical therapy, thermography clinic. It was a total wellness clinic. And my husband and I started a natural medicine telehealth practice. And that's what we're doing now.
Right. And that is awesome, because we were chatting the other day on a Zoom, and we were speaking about how functional medicine doctors have different kinds of tools to bring health back to balance. There's many tools to health. You use a lot of tools. You have supplements, you have herbs, you have lifestyle, a lot of things that you use. But now you also added Lifewave patches, X39, X49, and other patches as one of your tools. So, and when we were talking, you said something that really struck me and Steve. You said that you didn't really need testimonies. You were looking for data. You were looking for clinical studies and data. And once the data was there, you felt comfortable. So can you tell us, I'm sure that you studied this technology because you told us that you would not even go with it if you didn't understand it. So tell us, please, what made you choose Lifewave patches as one of your tools for your patients?
Absolutely. Well, my goal, I was saved when I was 12. So my goal in natural medicine, my whole career was just asking our creator to direct me, make sure that I was, because he put all the healing processes in our body to heal itself. And so as a chiropractor, it was really important to just make sure there was no interference in the neurology so that the body could function at its optimum. So this was a no-brainer for me because we used a lot of phototherapy there with cold laser and helping people with injuries. There was a thermographer on staff. So I completely understand the infrared piece. And so when and really, I've been really pretty strict about using only what the Father has created. So even when I recommend supplements, I try really hard to make sure that they're food-based or herbal combinations. I try not to use too many synthetics unless there's just not a food concentration or herbal concentration available. So when I saw your testimony video, the very first one you ever put out, and I've been watching you both for years and appreciate everything you've done. So I felt like I trusted you, and but I said, well, I get this. This is a no-brainer for me. But I need to make sure I understand the biochemistry. I understand the technology, but I need to make sure that this technology, because I've asked our creator to protect me from everything that's not of him, my whole 3 decades of being in this field, I asked him to show me the technology. So I went right on and got the patent and started reading. And right here on page 2, this convinced me. So the technology is just like wearing a mirror. It's a reflector. So mirrors reflect light. But we can't wear a mirror strapped to us and it wouldn't work anyway. But it does reflect light. And so when I looked at this, I could see that it was a reflector. It's not putting anything in our body. There's nothing transdermal. It is sealed. So it's not just a reflector, it's actually sealed, it's waterproof. The only thing that touches your skin is the sealed part. So, and it reflects the light that our creator already put in us. It's not changing anything. It's just proliferating the healing processes that are already there. But because we live in the world we do with lots of interference from every angle, there is lots of interference from every angle. It is oh, I lost my train of thought, but
that's okay.
Anyway, there is lots of interference from every angle, so we do need to proliferate pathways, right? So my whole career has been about supporting pathways and removing interference. Well, this again, it's a no-brainer. The technology proliferating the pathways that our creator already put in there.
Yes.
I mean, I had to add it to my practice. I feel like I would be violating my oath and doing harm if I wasn't offering this to people. Right. It'd be like them coming in for chiropractic care with an injury and I adjust them, but I don't offer them the phototherapy cold laser that would help them get better faster.
Right. Oh, that is amazing. That is just
that
amazing.
is, isn't that,
yes.
Val? I mean, to realize that, you know, and it's interesting, Dr. Sellers, that you express it that way, because for us, it's been the same thing. You know, it's, yes, you can make money if you decide to do this as a business, but there is such a fundamental desire to want to help people. And even as we introduce and we talk to people privately about it, you know, the enthusiasm that people have with, you know, oh, I've got an uncle, I've got an aunt, you know, you see that people are enthusiastic, not in like, oh, so joyous, but you know, that there is something there that may actually help when there seemed to be no hope in other areas.
Yes.
And so that's exciting.
What was really wonderful when you expressed that you are a Christian and you did not want to violate Christian faith. And you know how it is with something that people hear for a first time. And we have so many dangers today attacking our Christian faith. Right? So when they hear first time about anything light or frequency, and of course, rightfully so, they get afraid. But when I looked at the technology, I knew this is the most natural, holistic thing that exists. And especially, like you said, you're not putting anything into your body. This is actually waking up your own healing mechanisms. It's just a tool. The patch is a tool for something that already got put in your body. So you as a doctor, you know about stem cells, especially we are talking about X39, X49 patches right now. And can you tell us a little bit of what the function of stem cells is in a body and how aging process happens, how after age of 35, you're having less stem cells. And of course, you as a doctor, let's say you have a 70-year-old patient, how difficult it is to heal their damages to organs and tissues. And what we want is their stem cells activated. So can you a little bit tell us about stem cells?
Probably preaching to the choir here, but stem cells differentiate into whatever the body needs. So another no-brainer for me, because you don't have to worry about, are they on medication? And so as a natural health practitioner, a lot of times people have a list of medication and I have to make sure the herbs and things don't interact with what they're already taking, and that when they're feeling better, they go back to their prescribing physician and they can talk about whether they want to get off of those prescriptions. But with the X39 patch, stimulating the stem cell pathway to proliferate our stem cells, I know I can feel perfectly safe recommending this because it doesn't interact. It just, the stem cells differentiate into whatever you need. So whatever that person needs. And I have to tell you, I've only been recommending it for a week to my patients because I've had to do, I did a lot of research just to make sure I knew what was going on and all the cascades. So just within a week, I've had several people that even working with me were wondering at their appointment when I had their appointment with them in the last week to go over their blood again. Although they had improved a certain percentage, they were wondering, well, what's going to be next? Another supplement. And so they were so excited to hear about wearing a phototherapy patch and getting stem cell differentiation, proliferation of the stem cell pathway so that they could heal where they needed to heal. And I don't even have to figure that out myself, which is so exciting.
Yes, it is amazing. And you know, more and more practitioners are coming on board as they're studying this and they have results from their patients. They're just, it is more and more chiropractors. I just talked with my friend, maybe she's even on here. She's out of Maryland and she says,
Lisa is in the house.
Lisa is in the house. Okay. Welcome, Lisa. And, you know, she is studying to be a functional practitioner coach as well. And so she's excited, but she found in her area several, like I think it was a chiropractor who is also recommending patches to people because, as you know, functional practitioners and functional medicine practitioners, doctors, chiropractors, they like to use natural healing mechanisms. They don't like drugs. They certainly believe that drugs have their place. I'm sure, right, doctor? Am I sure that allopathic medicine has its place? But for chronic diseases especially, we really need a natural approach. And patches are just the most natural, holistic approach you can have. And just the fact that I know my stem cells are being activated, that I have my stem cells activation going on is very comforting because I would not want to age without having stem cells.
Yeah, right. And I didn't even really have any symptoms, but I'm wearing them anyway because I
Yes.
stem cell proliferation. And I tell everybody I talk to, the best medicine is prevention. So even if you have no symptoms, this is a benefit.
Yes. Wouldn't you get on it? Like, let's say we were 35 years old right now, right? I recommend it for 35-year-olds. Just put on a patch every day to make sure that your stem cells don't leave you. They don't get deactivated.
And
go ahead.
go. No, go ahead.
The one thing too, Dr. Sellers, is that I get questions asked quite frequently, especially people closer to my age when they're around 60. They say, well, if I get started, once, whatever the issue is that I'm dealing with, once it's resolved, once my stem cells have taken care of the problem, could I just quit? And I said, well, yeah, you could. I said, but now I'm not a doctor. I don't really know for sure. I said, but in my case, if I know that I'm hardly producing almost zero stem cells, the last thing that I really want to do is stop at that point, because there's all kinds of things that could be going on. And just as you just now pointed out, Dr. Sellers, is that, it's a preventive plan as well, because it's resetting our body back. Even the case studies show some 4,000 genes reset the moment you put it on. Why not keep that activation going? And I'm not saying that as a selling point. I feel like it's really an important issue.
It's like asking, would you ever stop vitamin C? Our body doesn't make vitamin C. We have to get it out of diet. And we know that 70 milligrams that's recommended by FDA get you like by scurvy, you just kind of prevent scurvy from happening. But vitamin C has such important benefits to our immune system and other biochemical reactions in our body. So would you ever stop vitamin C?
Right.
So do you feel the same way about this, doctor?
I absolutely do. I've already told my brother, who has taken some patches to his fire station where he's a fire captain. And he contacted me and said, well, 4 of the firefighters, I put it on. I just asked them if they had any pain anywhere. And I put it on them where they had pain, and all of them had pain relief immediately. Wow. One was severe, so he only had it was the ice wave. He only had the ice wave at the station, but they all 4 had such immediate and lasting pain relief that day that they all asked him, where do I even get this? And so, of course, my brother called me and he's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And,
so I know.
I told them, of course I told them they need the X39. They need to start proliferating the healing processes and the stem cell pathway. And of course, Ice Wave to help with pain and injuries and things like that.
Now, doctor, let me ask you, I'm sorry to interrupt, and I don't want to keep you long. You did tell me you're not a night person. I'm not a night person either, and I don't want to keep you up that long. So some people get really good benefits and pain relief with Ice Wave. I do when I have my pains and aches. Steve is about 50% reduced. It's not fully reduced, but his injuries are extensive. And some people that I talk to, a lot of people, some get amazing benefits, like Sister Brenda, for example, with her rheumatoid arthritis, just an amazing pain reduction. But then I get some people that say, well, it really didn't help much. Do you think it's a position that they have to find, or maybe they're not putting it right on?
Right. So my brother did watch one of David Schmidt's informational video on where to put the patches. So that I'm sure that did make a very big difference, because we want to have especially the Ice Wave patches. And then if you have an injury, you can wear your X39 wherever that injury is, or they do have full body positions for the Icewave patches too. So
Yeah.
one of the firefighters, he asked, "Where's your pain?" And there were too many spots. So he said, "Okay, we're just going to do the full body one for you." And she felt some reduction, but she said, "My real, I'll really know when I have to sit for a while today, because that's when I really hurt." And she came to him at the end of the day and said, I had nothing. I felt,
Right.
I didn't feel any pain while I was sitting. So that is amazing to me. I don't have a lot of testimonies yet, because I've started recommending them, but I don't talk to the people until I do their blood work again.
Right.
So I really am excited to see that data. I know it's working. That's not a question. Or else I wouldn't be recommending it. So I'm recommending it. I know it's working. I just can't wait to see what it looks like on their return blood work.
And you know what? We're going to keep in touch, because I will tell you, to have data with blood work is just amazing. I can't wait for the results. So thank you so much for being here today. That's Zoom, by the way. 99% of people are already Lifewave people, and they're Christians. About 99%, I think, maybe 100%. And so I wanted to put their mind at ease with technology, that this is totally holistic, and not to be afraid. And that, yes, doctors are coming on board more and more and more. In fact, I just talked to my DO here in town in Knoxville. He was interested when he asked me, "You look so much better. And what are you like?" He asked me, "How did you get better?" And I said, "Well, I will tell you, that's very strange, but I put on Lifewave patches and they started working for me." And he's like, "I heard about that, but I never paid attention. So I want to know more." So I had to he had his secretary contact me. And so they are really looking into this, DOs, chiropractors mainly. But anyway, I want to welcome you again. Thank you so much. Welcome you to Lifeway. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for thank you for your expertise, for a very nice explanation. And thank you that you are also our sister in Christ. That gives us a lot of ease in our hearts. So thank you so much. And
thank you. God bless you.
God bless
bless
you.
you,
We'll keep in
sister, as
touch,
well.
sister. Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. I appreciate it so much, Dr. Sellers.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Let's see. I'm going to take now, we'll stop okay, Dr. Sellers probably to jump off here. Listen, before we get started here, there's two things I want to take real quick, and we'll go through these questions here in just a little bit. I also want to welcome tonight Todd and Shannon, and I think Dr. Tesla is in here with us tonight too. I'd like to have Todd and Shannon jump on here with us just real quick, because we've got a Zoom we're going to be doing with them tomorrow night. And by the way, too, I know I have not mentioned this well, maybe I've mentioned it here, but we are going to be doing a prayer meeting thing that we're going to be doing. But I decided, rather than doing it on Zoom, I'm going to end up doing it live on Israeli News Live instead. So I'll need my moderators, and I know Elizabeth's in here with us tonight as well. And I'm thinking I'm going to try to pull that off tomorrow. If I can't pull it off tomorrow, we'll get it somewhere very soon.
That will be hard. Because
You're right. I'm
traveling.
traveling tomorrow, and
Yes.
and I've got a Zoom meeting tomorrow. But I do want to do that, and also too, I have Dr. Darnell here tonight. Got so many doctors in the house tonight, right? Dr. Darnell too. She has a very precious sister I've been wanting to pray for. Just Dr. Darnell. I've not forgot about that at all. It's on my mind every single day. So we're going to
I
get
totally understand. And
Okay, sis.
I keep in touch with her on text.
You
and
let
I
her
tell
know.
yeah.
I've not forgotten. And I told my wife, because she's asked me about that, and I said that requires for me to be in the right. Everything's got to be just right. God knows
Yes.
exactly when, because I
Right.
know there's something very heavy on my heart for that sister, and
Okay.
I can't get her off my heart at all. She's very, very important to me, and I want to that needs to be dealt with very specially. So thank you, Sister
Thank
Diane.
you.
You're very welcome. All right, now Todd and Shannon, where are you guys at? I know you're hiding in here somewhere. Come on, step up, be brave. There they are.
Hello,
Look at that.
hello.
All right, let me get
We
them
were
in here.
listening. That was amazing.
We were in listen mode.
Oh my gosh. See, they were back in there, kicked back in bed listening. These guys, they're trying to take the
Get up
night
to the
off. Are you
office.
kidding me?
I'm out
Oh,
of breath. I ran up the stairs. We came up to our office.
We have to get our charger.
see, once
we need our computer
once I put you on the spot, you had to run up the stairs. I love it.
That's right.
It's
Oh.
all
It
good.
was good exercise.
We got-
I saw
Yeah.
you guys did a workout tape today.
Wasn't that fun? That was fun. It really was. People keep jumping in here too tonight. We got 54 people, so thank you all for coming tonight. Can you guys quickly, Shannon or Todd, whichever one, can you tell about the Zoom meeting we're doing tomorrow night? I know you guys are going to be there, Jason and his wife, Mia and Richard. I mean, an incredible group coming in tomorrow night. Can you just share that with everybody that's listening so that they'll come on? I've emailed it to people and we'll post it in the description, the link to here. So you guys can come on tomorrow night. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, if I remember right, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, and what we're going to be doing is we're coming together to do a training and really teach the basics of the Lifewave business and really the simplicity of it. You know, I mean, what you just heard, and forgive me, what was her name? The doctor's
Dr.
name?
Sellers, Tracy
Sellers.
Sellers.
Yes. So, you know, when we think about what we have on our hands with these Lifewave patches, it's absolutely life-changing. Oops,
Pardon me.
sorry, Todd
Sorry, I was
has a
expecting
call
a
that
call.
comes in.
Sorry,
So
I'll be right back.
Go ahead,
it's
Todd. Go
live
ahead, Ray.
TV, right? Live TV. You know, what we have on our hands with these Lifewave patches, they're absolutely changing lives. I know, you know, my life has been changed. Certainly you hear the stories. And then you see the credibility of people like Dr. Sellers this evening, you know. But, you know, what we want you to know is that you don't have to be a functional medicine doctor. You don't have to be a chiropractor.
Right.
You know, I'm a grandma, you know, I am a Grammy. I am a former 5th grade teacher who, you know, got very passionate about health and wellness and natural options. When I've been facing a 28-year battle with fibromyalgia. So, you know, health and wellness stole my heart. And, you know, for me as a teacher, I could help those students in my classroom, you know, and then, you know, they would be gone and then I'd help the next group and then they would be gone. And here with this health and wellness product, we're changing families' lives. We're changing the course of generational change. And it's just been so amazing. I'm still teaching, I'm still training, but now we're locking arms with amazing people just like you, Steve Jana, and, you know, Mia and Richard Finnegan and Jason Miller, and we'll all be on here. We all come from different walks of life. And I think what I want you to know tonight is that you can do this. You know, if you have a
Yes.
heart for helping people, if you have a heart for helping people, and you can share this patch, and we are literally in the process of changing the world together. And it's very exciting.
Yes, that's
Yes.
amazing. And you know what kind of touched me, Shannon, when Dr. Sellers said tonight, when she said, if I did not offer those patches to proliferate stem cells for my patients, I feel like I would be violating my oath.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Unbelievable. It shows what we have on our hands here
Yes.
with the phototherapy patch that activates our stem cells. It's a wearable, patented technology. And the beautiful thing about it, like you heard her say, she doesn't have to worry when she is talking to her patients because it allows our body to go to work. And it's really just the testimonies. I've just been absolutely amazed by the testimonies of people of all ages. And as a matter of fact, I have a client that has a 13-year-old son, and I'll just real brief, I'll share this real briefly. He just a healthy young kid, very active, basketball, soccer, all the sports. And he just started developing aches and pains, just kind of a strange thing overnight. They had him tested for juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. All of his blood work was coming back, but he was still dealing with exhaustion, aches, and pains. A lot of fibromyalgia type issues at 13 years old. And so, his mom reached out to me and said, do you think, should he give this a try? And I just said, you know what, it's not going to hurt him for sure. He should give it a try. And so he got started in June on the patches and wore them, June, July, August, September, October. We're already to January. Well, his mom did not order them this month. He was feeling great. And, sometimes we're seeing people like you're feeling great and you're thinking, okay, maybe I don't need them anymore. And, that's another question that we get from people is, okay, what, after I'm wearing these for a while, what is my choice? And, we hear people say, because I've not stopped wearing them, I'm not going to stop wearing them. I feel amazing on them. And it'll be totally up to you. But, it's like, it's helping our body reverse age. So when we're not wearing them, then we're going back to that process of aging again. And for him, he started to go back to the process of aches and pains. And for a lot of our clients, they don't realize how great they feel until they're not wearing them. And I know Jana,
That's
you
right.
appreciate that. Yeah, you guys shared that. So with this 13-year-old, his mom texted me last night at 9 p.m. and just said SOS, like, I need these patches. She lives about an hour and a half away from me. She said, we have to have them. I feel like a bad mom. I didn't get them ordered. He needs them. And so we worked out, luckily, Todd's brother lived about 30 minutes from where she did, and we were able to get them into her hands. But I'm just telling you, like, these are changing lives of all ages, of so many people. And it's just been really incredible.
Yes. And I would like to say that was my story too, by the way, when I felt better. I did not even put patch together with me feeling better, because we have a tendency when we feel good to forget how we felt before. Now, I always say, like, we women, we forget how much pain it was during childbirth, right? Like, it's like baby is born and we forget. So that's how it was. And then when I didn't have the patch, I was like, oh, wow, it was that patch that Steve was putting on me. I need a patch and I didn't have him. So I really literally called him, you need to overnight it. You need to come home or bring it or whatever, overnight it, because that was the patch, Steve, that made me feel better. So anyway, so that story you just said is not unusual. And I know, Steve, you want to go, but I do want to say one thing, because some people
I'm like a bull ready to get out of the
I'm
pen
sorry.
now.
Yeah, but listen, a lot of people are on patches maybe month and a half, 2 months, and they say, well, I still have my pains, but my neck improved, but I still have this pain, or I still have that pain. What I want to tell you is this: the patch starts 4,000 different biochemical reactions. So give your body time, give those stem cells time to work on your body. Know that they are being activated. Know that you're doing something. It's like one more thing you do good for your body. Like when you decide, I'm going to eat greens, I'm going to increase my electrolytes, I'm going to start moving my body. These are all important things. One more thing, I'm going to put on patch and activate my stem cells. So all of these things work together, and know that they're working and activating. But how long did it take you to get to that position you are in? Let's say you are 65 and you have about 5 or 6 diagnoses and 20 medications. It's not going to happen overnight for people like this. So it might reduce. Some people might have immediate results in something. It's amazing, just like for me. But give it time and improve every other aspect of your lifestyle. So that's why we did workout video. We decided to start moving our body with Steve. We are using X39, X49. I'm making him work out. He makes me work out. He's my coach now. I say, you train me, Steve, because he used to know how to do that. So he's training me. And it also strengthens our relationship. We're spending more time together. We're exercising now. So just get on a path path of health, like, and the patches are an amazing tool for activation of stem cells. But anyway,
we should go back to the old days, the training where you get up, bang the garbage can, get out of that bed, you stinking nasty.
no.
Okay, I'm just
What?
kidding.
He's always joking. I mean, constantly,
All right.
24/7.
All right,
Anyway.
so we're gonna get rolling here. Quick question though, while I've got you two girls here, this question I think popped up by Lisa and Elizabeth. She's really great about making sure I don't miss questions.
Elizabeth, all right.
We're going into the social media though, fixing to get into that, fixing to give you guys the crash course on that in 1 second. But the question comes up about children. Has there been testing done with children? And what are the age limits, things like that? That we could talk about on that. Anything on that?
Yeah, well, Lifewave as a company is going to recommend this for 18 and above. They're not going to do any tests with children. But what parents, I've had people ask me, and it's just really up to the parent at that point in time. So I know that, for this client that I'm talking about with her 13-year-old son, she's had him tested for everything. There's nothing out there that's helping him. And she thought, what do I have to lose? It's his body activating his own stem cells. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, what we do, what I have heard for the X39 is that they, for parents that are wanting to use that for their children, they do recommend a half a patch for 7 and under, and then 8 and above a whole patch. Now, a half a patch means that you're just tearing off the back. You're not cutting it because that damages the integrity of the patch, but you're just peeling off the half of the patch and then putting that off. So Steve, I'm going to throw it back to you for social media. I've got my notebook ready.
You got it. You got it.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you,
Looking
guys.
forward to seeing everybody tomorrow night.
Yes.
If you can post that in the comment section, that link,
Chat.
because I don't want to really start throwing the window around here. I'm afraid I'll mess up something. If you could
Steve,
put that in there for us.
Okay, we have
excuse
some
me,
questions.
there's more questions before you go into the other subject. Look under your direct messages.
If we can do it quickly, because we need to do questions at the end, would be better. Oh gosh, there's way so many in here. So
read some of them. Okay, that's different, Betty. Okay, that's
please address tendonitis. I guess that's tendonitis. And if Icewave will help, I gave my sister Icewave today. Sister Darnell,
Oh, that was ringing in the ears, tinnitus. So
okay.
Yeah, I asked about that last time, and so she put it by her right ear, and I wanted to know if the white patch would go on the left arm or on the same side of the body.
Okay, the brown patch is usually left side patch, and white patch is usually right side patch. I mean, I watched.
She's talking about putting that where that ear ring is, the ear.
You have nothing to lose. Basically, with the patches, what you're looking for is flow of energy, frequency, and so that you can kind of try all kinds of positions. And there are some that are recommended, like with a ringing in the ear. We don't know for specific symptoms, and we are not even allowed to recommend for specific symptoms anything. You know that we don't want to bring David Schmidt into trouble, but you are allowed to say a testimony if you have a symptom improvement. So I would say try and see what happens.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I would think maybe in time, X39 could probably do better as far as helping your body to do its own repair mechanism there. Listen, we really need to deal with questions though the rest of these afterwards, because otherwise I'll get in here dealing with questions too much and that'll be too difficult. Let's see, I think I did this one already. X30, X49. One can be below the navel, one can be on your back, C7. That one I actually answered that in the text. Let's see, I was wondering much of the same. I am 68 with sciatica and a knee out of whack. Would these be of any help? I'm assuming that was for the Icewave.
Clear, but the daughter that's gotten almost as tall as her mother now, she was out there And she didn't seem to be,
Martha, are
alarmed.
you asking us the question or I didn't know?
No dog.
Okay, I don't think Martha was meaning that to be for us there. I think she was talking to somebody else. I'm not sure though if the owner was talking about Icewave or a different type of patch there, so.
Well, I would use X39 as a master patch because you do want to study repair of your body, of tissues and organs, and stem cells know where to go and where to go
Right,
first.
right.
But Icewave, I use it as a complementary patch to pain. So
Right now type of pain is really what that Icewave
yeah,
is
and
for.
Steve is using it every day, every
And-
single
and
day
that
and night.
Really,
So,
when even like when you're dealing with sciatica, the brown patch, put it on the point of pain. You could do, as David says, the clock method then to see what works best. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, about an inch or so away from the main patch. Or
I
right here
have
on
one
your
right here,
wrist.
right now, today. I have it
I
on.
can't see mine very well. There you go. Right there on my wrist is where I wear the other patch. And then I can put the brown one anywhere I want to put it and then put it there to complete the connection there.
Mhm.
But just go, if you go and look it up.
And sometimes the pain doesn't go away immediately. Sometimes for me, I had to wait about 40 minutes to pain kind of
Well,
slowly
I've gone as
dissipate.
much as 2 hours.
Right.
There's all kinds of ways for Icewave, though, total body. And David Schmidt did one video where he did one on each foot. Left foot gets the brown, right foot gets the white one, but it's on the bottom of your feet. Right. You have to look at the video so you can see the placement. And then the other two, he said, if it's really bad pain, right here by your elbow, not on the elbow, but right here in this crease part of your arm, and then this crease part of your arm. You put again the brown on the left, the white one on the right arm, and that's when you've got crazy pain. And you do them on the feet and on the arms. One, David said, affects the heart, and something about stimulating that issue there. But really, it's better to look up those videos.
And drink electrolytes. I have them here right now because electrolytes and patch are patch needs electrolytes.
We really need to get into the social media
Okay.
aspect because that's what I'm
Yeah,
here
that's
to
a
deal
special
with
Zoom
tonight.
for that
And we've
anyway,
already
so
been
go ahead.
45 minutes into this and we haven't got started yet.